So I have a new project today. For my grandparents, I did the John Prine video and also the Elvis video. Here, let's look at them. There's John Prine and Elvis. And so now I'm gonna do a long one for the middle, and we're gonna do the Beatles, we're gonna do Abbey Road, and it's gonna be super fun. So, this is what I'm gonna put in the middle of the other two. I don't have paper as big. I use tan toned paper, mixed media paper, and we don't have paper that big that would fit in something in the middle of them. So me and Grams went to Hobby Lobby and got this for $12, and it's gonna paint right in it and make it look like toned paper when it's not.
All right, so the first step was to try to make the toned tan paper match my paint. All I did was I got brown paint and white paint and just mixed them until I got a tan color I thought looked good. This is me trying to see if it matches. It took me a few tries to just mix it. Really, if I just would have stuck with the first color I did, you probably wouldn't really be able to tell. I just made minor differences in them. I did have a pinkish color as well that I kind of mixed in there. So when I start mixing here, you can see that some of them are a little bit pinker, some of them are a little bit tanner, browner. So it just took a few tries to get to where I thought it would match the best. And then I went ahead and painted it, blow dried it, because I'm not gonna sit there and just watch the paint dry. I'm too impatient for that. And then peeling, you had to, mark it off so I didn't get it on the frame. Although we are gonna paint the frame later, so I don't really know if it matters. But this is how I got a precise, so satisfying to watch, peel some tape. And then I go through and I just do the pieces that the tape was covering underneath the frame. There was kind of just like a section underneath. It probably wasn't completely necessary, but I just thought it'd make it look cleaner if you looked up close. This is my sketch. I left them kind of not without faces, but I just kind of left them without super detail. I thought it was kind of a cool minimalistic look, if I'm using that word correctly. I'm going and using my ink like I feel like I always do. I just love using ink. It's one of my favorites. I was super worried about the ink staying on this wood, because I usually do ink on paper, and paper soaks in things that are wet and it looks good, but this is wood and I painted on it, so I thought it would be too slippery. I didn't think it would work. And I'm so lucky that it did, because I really didn't have a plan B. I didn't know how else I would do this piece for my grandparents. So this is how it looked dried. I really like how it turned out. This is at about halfway through. The picture isn't in black and white, but I just kind of, did tones, lighter, darker, and whatnot to try to make it look accurate. And it was really fun to mix together. Here it is, all inked in. I think it looks really fun. I like how the ink is kind of, you can see the water in some spots. I just think it's fun to look at. I did do their shadows kind of opposite. Their shadows are actually lighter than the street they're walking on, those blocks. I don't know if it really makes sense, but that's just how I did it, and it works. You can tell what it is, I think. But that's how it turned out, because if I did those blocks lighter, I think it would have just looked super washed out, not dark enough for the whole piece. So now I'm lining them. I wasn't going to, but it just looked a little bit washed out and they didn't look dark enough. They didn't pop enough for me. So here I am just outlining all the pieces that I did in pencil first, just so you can really see their figures better, and it just looks cleaner. And then we paint the frame black to match the other frames. So this whole project was fun. We just took a piece that was on sale and totally warped it. Painted the inside, painted the outside. It looks like something totally different than it was. And it just is gonna match perfect with the other two right in the middle of them. as you can see here, I dyed my hair since I started recording this. I did record this over probably like 2 weeks. I just started it, stopped it, didn't do it for a while, started again, so it had a little bit of time in between there, but now I'm crazy blonde. Here it is finished, and here is Kitty hanging out with me while I'm doing it. He was just watching me paint. He was interested,
Kiki,
as you can see.
hi Kiki.
He loves to come up to you to be pet and then just kind of shake his way away from your hand so that you don't touch him. Sometimes he wants to be pet and sometimes he doesn't. He's just a cute little weirdo. Here is the finished piece. I am very happy with it. It's simple, it's fun, it was a project, and we completely flipped what it was, so I'm very happy with it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.